Guys, 2 words. Acoustic kitty. Do you guys know what that is? If you don't, I mean, it sounds fun, so think about it. It's a fun thing to think about. So Acoustic Kitty was this CIA project from the 1960s, and it basically meant that CIA was going to use cats to spy on the Soviet Union and the Soviet embassies around the world, or at least in the US. And what that meant was another fun thing. It meant that the CIA was going to use cats, like basically in an hour-long surgery procedure. This the surgeon would like implant the cats with a microphone in the cat's ear canal, and also a small tiny radio transmitter in the base of its skull, which fun things. And they would just throw in some wire, like they would implant the wire under the cat's fur. And this would basically allow cat to not only transmit the sound that it would hear in its surrounding, but also to record it. And yeah, like save it for the CIA agents. But there was a problem. I don't know if I talked about this, but there was a problem. So the problem was that cats are assholes. And the cat did not conform to any sorts of demands and instructions. So there was what they called a problem with distraction. Because cats are not listening to anyone and they are assholes, so they couldn't be controlled. And so the project was basically shut down. But hi, hello. Oh my god. Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. Rapid Cougar 3, thank you so much for the super. Fun facts with fear at the very beginning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Are you gonna go into the Beast of Bodmin Moor? Yes, I will go into the Beast of Bodmin Moor. You guys suggested it. And I started looking into it and it was fun. But I wanted to open this stream with something like equally as fun. Is it related to this case? No, it's not. But it's a fun thing to think about. The Operation Acoustic Kitty, so think about it. Fabian, thank you so much for the super. I play Acoustic Kitty. Yu-Gi-Oh card name anyone? Hey! And Shy, what the cat do? Well, the CIA, like eventually when the documents about this project were released, CIA claimed that the cat was fine. Like the cat got like all the, you know, upgrades and the Fast and Furious upgrades, they were taken out and the cat was completely fine. But do we believe everything that the CIA says? I don't know. I don't really believe that. In the 60s now, maybe yeah, but in the 60s, CIA back in the 60s, not necessarily. So I don't know if the cat was okay. Also, Ketsuya, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, and congratulations to everyone who got the membership. So hi, hello, how are you doing? If you're here for the first time, hi, I'm FEARSONA. You're gonna hear more of these fun facts with fear today or in my streams. But hi, hello, I'm FEARSONA. You can call me Sona, and I'm your friendly neighborhood true crime VTuber, here to give you fun facts with fear and full body chills. Okay, I'm sorry, my hair, I'm losing hair, and also my hair is like sticking to my hand. Oh, I'm feeling it on my hand and it's pissing me off and I can't see it. What? Why? Do you guys have that feeling sometimes, like, oh, there's a hair somewhere on your face or on your hand and you can't see it and it's and it's pissing you off? Okay, but hello, thank you so much for tuning into this stream. I hope you guys enjoy my channel. I hope you guys enjoy my streams and another stream, another case, Cryptid Files case, because today we're talking about another strange occurrence, another unexplained cryptid or unexplained creature, because it's not necessarily a cryptid. But I'm gonna explain. I will talk about it, so stay tuned. Jay the Real McCoy, thank you so much for being a member for 18 months. Hey, 18 months being in Even Angrier Mob. Thank you so much. And creature that shouldn't exist, Karens. That's not wrong. That's not a lie. Okay, you guys. How are you guys doing? Also, Shy Kronos. Who else was here? Wait, I saw my other, like, all of my mods. Wait, Eric, I saw Eric. Thank you so much for tuning in to mod the stream, and I hope you guys can also, you know, like, guys, everyone in the chat, just behave. you know, follow the rules, abide by the rules so that the mods can also enjoy the stream, enjoy the case. Cryptid Hunter Sona is on the case. I am on the case. Also, you guys will look at sheep butts behind me. I'm reporting from the scene. No, I'm not. But you guys can see the butts behind me, like sheep butts behind me. And don't, you know, ignore. I mean, don't ignore, but ignore. Okay, wait, let me... This is gonna be weird, but I'm gonna just move slightly. Like, move my model slightly. I gotta do this. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Now it's fine. Now it should be fine. Okay. So before we begin, I just wanted to remind you guys that there's a Valentine's Day campaign. I know that Valentine's Day is, you know, has passed, but I am still running a Valentine's Day campaign on my Patreon. This is the print. We have A4 prints. This is the print that you can get with my signature, obviously handwritten, not like written with a marker on it, with a nice white print marker. Is that the name of the... Yeah, I guess it's a print marker. But yeah, like this artwork will go to you if you subscribe to my Patreon. Obviously, it's not only the artwork, right? Like if you subscribe to my Patreon, you also have access to Patreon streams. You also have access to gaming nights, to hangouts at the right tier, and other cool bonuses. Bonds, yes. Cool bonuses. So thank you so much for supporting to my current you know, Patreon. Thank you so much, Patreon members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Okay. What else was I going to talk about? Oh no, this is the last stream of the week, and I will be taking a break after this. But oh yeah, and I you know, like I already sent, by the way, like the you know, the prints. I already sent another batch yesterday. I'm gonna send another batch today. Wait, no, sorry, not yesterday. What am I talking about? I'm gonna send another batch today, and I guess, yeah, like today, because yesterday was Sunday, so I had to wait till today, because obviously, like, post offices are not opened on Sundays. Okay, break time, yes, break time, because it is. I have to battle the pain, the monthly pain this week, so it comes, like, you know, the last stream of the week comes at the right time, and then I can take this break and like come back to you energized and new, reborn. Sona definitely needs a break, especially when she's putting hunting down the cryptid. Oh yeah, she's out hunting down the cryptids. Yeah. Also, Cougar, thank you so much. Rapid Cougar, thank you so much for another super. Can you please do AZ? Australian? Like Australian? Or content, both true crime and crypt. I'm sorry, am I or New Zealand? Wait, AZ, that's Australia, right? Am I? Yeah, it is. Oh my god. I'm sorry for a moment of idiocy on my part. And ignorance. Okay, content both true crime and cryptid, so I know of what to be aware of, preferably Victoria, Melbourne area. 19 days ago. Oh, what? What? There was something? Holy shit. What? Okay. But yeah, I would love to. Actually, like, I would love to explore more cases, like, from around the world. Not necessarily from the US, not necessarily from Europe. So yeah, if you... Hey, listen, Rapid Cougar, if you have a case to that you would like to suggest, you can suggest it in the, like, the best way to do it is suggest it in the comments. Because then I can always, like, if you, like, it's fine if you suggest it in the chat, but there's a chance I'm not gonna remember it or I'm not gonna write it down. And you know, AUZ is Australia. Okay, great. I'm sorry, I had a moment of, like, I don't know, my brain was just like, is it? I'm uncertainty. But yeah, of course, you know, like, you can suggest the cases. Like, the best way to do it is in the comments, because at least then I can look, I can go back to it and, like, look through the comments and look for the cases. So please, by all means. And you know, like, if I find some interesting cases from your suggestions, or I start just looking into it and there's more interesting cases, then of course I'm more than happy to cover some of them. Okay. Oh, Sona on short hiatus? Well, no, it's my weekly kind of break, right? Like, it's kind of my weekend. So instead of like Saturday, Sunday, my weekend is usually like Monday, Tuesday. That's my weekend. Well, a week started. Okay, Morgan, hi! And Silverjack, hello. Thank you so much, you guys, for modding the stream. Okay, I think it is time. This time, you guys. Let me just change the music. I think we're ready. We're ready for this. So, in 1995, BBC covered a truly bizarre case from this local farmer community located in the area of Bodmin Moor, which is this vast, rugged upland area in Cornwall, and that is the most southwestern part of England. See, the material focused on the Ministry of Agriculture's investigation into what is now referred to as the Beast of Bodmin Moor. This large black panther-like cat, yes, a feline predator, but people were saying it was like much bigger than that. Like it didn't look very natural. They were having a hard time, like people who witnessed that beast were having a hard time really identifying it. They were like, yeah, it kind of looks like a panther, but not really. So this predator was roaming the lands in southern England, which sounds quite unbelievable, right? I mean, big cats are far from native in the UK, yet multiple people claim to have come across one specifically in this area. Well, I mean, not necessarily one, because there were so many sightings. So witnesses described the creature as a big cat resembling a black panther or a puma, I don't know how to pronounce it. I guess puma. Like, I pronounce it as puma, but you guys can... Puma sounds like a puke. Like, I don't know. Okay, some reports suggested it is larger than a puma or a panther, and again, like it's much more like muscular, and it has this like long, sleek tail. And then in 1983, let's go over the key sightings, the most kind of well-known or, you know, infamous sightings of this cat. So in 1983, a farmer named Eric Lee from South Molton asserted losing over 100 sheep within 3 months, all of them apparently falling victim to violent throat injuries as if something slashed them. And it wasn't just like, so what he described, it's so weird, like what he described wasn't just like, oh, some animal attacked them, like it looked like some animal attacked them and ripped their throat off, like the sheep. No, he specifically said like, oh, this thing, like whatever killed them slashed their throats. So it kind of, he was kind of conflicted, because he was just like, is it someone with a knife? Like, is it some human, like some asshole just slashing their throats? Or is it actually an animal? But it was like hard to believe, like some psycho was going around and just slashing the sheep's like throats. But yeah, that's how it looked like, and it was just hard to believe that it was some animal. So this incident made the local community more fearful and definitely more keen to believe the widespread legend of a phantom cat, phantom beast haunting these lands, which dated all the way back to actually 1970s, and the cat was referred to, this cat, apparently like this beast in Eric Lee's case was referred to as the beast of Exmoor. And Exmoor is another moorland in the same region. I think it's like, wait, let me just see. Oh yeah, Exmoor. You can see kind of like Exmoor on like the top of the top right corner of the screen. It's like Exmoor National Park. Okay, so Eric Lee's case gained substantial attention, and soon the Daily Express offered an equivalent of $1,600 reward for the clear photo or video evidence of the beast, right? Mind you, while sightings before that time were never really treated seriously by the government, this time something was clearly different, because the British authorities sent a group of Royal Marines, snipers, to this area, to Exmoor, in order to locate and possibly kill this creature, or whatever they could find, right? That was determined to have been like responsible for the sheep murders. So on one hand, it sounds serious enough, right? But on the other hand, and I was digging for it, and I was digging for this story specifically because it was like, oh, it was the first time that the government got involved, and they actually sent military to hunt down the beast. And you would think this was serious. It was super serious, and you know, like, I mean, the government was involved, right? Like the military was involved. Clearly something's happening. They want to hunt it down. They want to get rid of this story, right? But then they called this mission, I'm not kidding, this is actually what they called it, Operation Beastie. So you can imagine how seriously they were treating this, you know, this story, this report. But the snipers did indeed show up, and they did stay and search for the animal for 3 nights, after which they were called back by the Ministry of Defense due to concerns that they might mistakenly, you know, like this story was getting traction, especially when the military was involved, like got involved. So, you know, the Ministry of Defense had concerns that the snipers might mistakenly shoot one of the amateur photographer beast hunters out there who were counting, you know, like the photographers were just counting on getting the award from the Daily Express, right? Like that $1,600, which was much more, obviously, like, you know, compared to today, like it was a much higher amount. Oh, damn, Operation Beastie commencing. Hey. Yeah, I would be like, if I were there as a, I would probably like pursue like, you know, just trying to get a picture. Would I though? Who am I lying to? Like, why am I lying to myself? I wouldn't, because that means like getting out there into the forest, like into the woods at night. Am I crazy or what? No. I mean, yeah, the money is tempting, but I just like, for a moment I was just like, yeah, I would like that money. I would probably like go and try to take a picture of this. Like, who am I lying? Why am I lying to myself? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I would stay home. It's Operation, what? Operation No More Knife Cat. Yeah, I wouldn't. Who am I lying to? Why am I lying to myself again? I would not. I would absolutely not. I'm too scared of that. No. This freaks me out too much. That's why that's why I cover these cases, and that's why I cover these cryptids, to tell you guys what not to do, where not to go, and what, you know, not to look for, so that you guys are as scared as I am. And you are safe, and you live a long and happy life. You are welcome. This is what I do. Super humble. I'm saving lives right now. Don't be stupid. Don't go out at night into the woods to take pictures of an imaginary beast. I mean, is it imaginary though? Because I have video evidence today. So, you know, so you guys can be the judge of that. Okay, so this happened. Did my message get deleted? What? I don't know. Did it? Did you write something wrong? Yes, David, welcome back. Hey, David, welcome back to Even Anger Mob. Hey. And you retracted it. Oh, okay. Thank you for your advice, for your service, Sona. You are welcome. See, I am doing my, you know, I don't even know what it's called. Like, what can I call it? Like, citizen service? No, that sounds kind of weird. Okay, anyway. Free money, say less. Is it free? You have to like spend the night possibly like out there in the open in the oh, by the way, like, you know how I talked about Acoustic Kitty because it was fun, and this is actually the, I know, did I show you the picture? Well, this is the picture they implanted it. I did show the picture. I don't know, having problems with memory, I guess. Okay, but let's get back to the story. So numerous sightings have been reported by locals and visitors to this area, like the area of the moors. And some of these people claimed to have seen the beast stalking livestock or crossing roads and just hiding in the bushes, right? The creature is also said to release this frightening cry, and it didn't sound like, while the beast did kind of resemble a panther or a puma, it did not sound like a panther or a puma, because like people can kind of imagine or recognize well, I mean, they've heard it on I don't know, nature documentaries or something, but generally speaking, they can imagine how a puma or a panther can sound like, and this animal did not sound like that. Instead of like animal cry, strangely, like this animal's this beast strangely resembled a human. Like the sound that it was giving out of, it was like it resembled a human scream, which only added to the eeriness of this case. So between 1983 and 1996, there's been at least 60 sightings of this mysterious creature, and every time animal carcasses would turn up where the creature had been spotted, these animals were not only heavily mutilated with guts ripped out, decapitated, bleeding heavily, some were found in uncanny stage of decay. And it was uncanny because it was like, it seemed too fast. As if this animal, like it seemed too fast, like, oh, let's say the other day the animal disappeared, just a day before or something. And when it was found, when the body was found, it was already in kind of advanced stages of decomposition, which is kind of strange if the animal was just killed not long ago. So everyone, farmers, locals, I mean, news reporters, they were absolutely convinced that this livestock, you know, the livestock fell victim to this big cat predator. And you would think, well, okay, but where is the evidence? People often see what they want to see. Yeah, sure, if there are eyewitnesses, fine, there are stories, but people see what they want to see. So even if there are those witnesses who claim to have seen this big exotic cat, like unusually big exotic cat on their land, you can't really prove anything without evidence. And here's the deal. There are multiple clear photographs, well, I mean clear, debatable, but photographs and footprints. Okay, there are footprints, like the clear photographs of footprints. And there are also videos that captured the beast. So I couldn't find this first video. This is just a screenshot from the video. I was trying to look for it, but it's just one. I have other videos. So this one was recorded by Mr. William Rooker in Cambridgeshire. Cambridgeshire. Okay, Cambridgeshire. In 1994. The footage is approximately 2 minutes long, apparently, and it shows a big feline-like animal roaming a field. And the video is pretty blurry, so it's been disputed multiple times, like being called a hoax at first, because the animal kind of seemed like, oh, it was hard to discern whether or not the animal is actually a cat, just a cat, and the bushes are very, like, you know, the scale, there's a problem with the scale, with the distance, so like the video might be just zoomed in and it might just be made to look like the cat is much bigger and it's actually a domestic cat. I don't know, you guys can judge. And then there's this other video. This other video was recorded by Rosemary Rhodes. Wait, this lady. So Rosemary Rhodes, a farmer from Bodmin Moor, between 1994 and 1995. I'm not sure which year it was like that she recorded this video, but I couldn't determine exactly. It was like between 1994 and 1995. So Rosemary had several other farmers from the same area were on high alert because they were losing livestock at an alarming rate, and you know, to this predator. And same thing, like the cattle, the sheep were just turning up with like slashed throats, slashed bellies, like guts ripped out, weird stages of decomposition and so on. So owners would find their animals stripped of meat completely as well. The beast would attack not only sheep, it had no problem with like bigger calves with bigger cattle. And the wounds that it would leave on its prey definitely did not match those that are done by like dogs, wild dogs or whatever. So that was definitely, you know, like they were sure that this is not the work of a dog or any animal that I know. Okay, so here is this first video, and this video was shown by BBC.
It looks very big to me.
Sorry, I was going to say something. So this video was shown by BBC in their news report, and it was also presented to London Zoo's big cat expert. So I'm just gonna show you the video first. You guys can see the video and listen to it, because I forgot that I have the audio on here too. Okay.
I don't know what it is. It looks very big to me. Could be Thomas. I'm going to fade out. Oh my goodness me, there's a biggie. Fade out now. It's coming out again.
It starts as a black blob in the distance, but as the camera zooms in, the animal seems unusually shaped and very large.
Don't know what it is.
In relation to the vegetation, the animal seems exceptionally big. Judging the scale is difficult, but the tractor marks are 4.5 feet apart. At first, though, Rosemary thinks it's her cat.
It's Tom. Little swine.
But when Rosemary looked again at what she'd captured on video, she was astounded. The animal was cat-like, but different from a domestic one, and seemed far too big.
Yeah, so, you know, this animal was far too big to be a domestic cat. Well, she tries to, right, like she tries to zoom out and zoom in so that, you know, it's not only like zoomed in. The video is not only zoomed in and showing like, okay, zoomed in image that kind of makes it difficult to determine like whether or not the cat is bigger or smaller. So she zooms it out and you can tell like, okay, the cat is big. That's at least a panther, or that's at least something like a panther. And this video was later shown to the big cat expert from London Zoo, Douglas Richardson. And Richardson has looked at many other similar incidents, similar videos, photographs, and so on. And he could immediately, when he saw this video, he could immediately determine that most of them, you know, like most of the photographs and videos that he had seen before, they were simply hoaxes, or they were just, you know, normal cats or something, or dogs or whatever. And this one, however, this one was legitimate. He says it's definitely legitimate. One look at the video and Richardson instantly agreed that this was a video of an exotic cat, big cat, like at least something like an exotic big cat roaming the moors. I mean, he listed the body shape, the length of its tail, the movements, like the smooth kind of liquid movements. It all pointed to a big feline of some kind, like a black leopard. Like he was saying maybe a black leopard, but he's not sure. Obviously, like the video is kind of shaky too, but he would have to have a closer look. But it did look like something like a panther or leopard. And Rosemary's story and description of the animal coincides with another story told by Jane Fuller, another resident of Bodmin Moor. So one night, Jane took her dog Lucky for a walk. Oh no, doggo. Okay. You guys, okay, I can tell you the doggo was fine, but it always makes me nervous whenever in these stories I have like a story about a doggo. So she takes her dog Lucky for a walk, but as she calmly like walked through the dark fields, something heavy struck her on the back of her neck, causing her to fall to the ground and lose consciousness for a minute. When she came to, she first made sure that her dog Lucky was unharmed and he was fine. Doggo is safe. Poor doggo. No, doggo is safe. He was unharmed. He was on her side, right beside her. He was, you know, sticking to her, so it's fine. But Lucky was definitely nervous and he was staring into the darkness, growling at something specific. As Jane got up to her knees, turned around and looked in the same direction where, you know, Lucky was looking into, and she clearly saw this huge black cat. She described it as a huge black cat staring back at her. And she couldn't really, even though the night was sort of illuminated by the full moon, she couldn't really determine what kind of black cat, what kind of big cat it was. Like, was it a mountain lion? Was it a panther? Was it a leopard? She didn't know, but it was big, you know. The animal, then she said that the animal soon just ran off into the woods, and it was weird because the animal just attacked her. Maybe it was scared, it was just, you know, kind of deterred by the dog. Maybe it was scared off by the dog, but it didn't attack the dog, it didn't attack Jane. It just ran off into the woods, which was obviously lucky for Jane. And she had a dog named Lucky. Hey, I'm pretty sure it's the dog magic. Doggo is the hero. You know what? Whatever Doggo did in any story, the dog is the hero. Doggo is always the hero. But yeah, it could have, you know, it could have ended badly. This beast could have attacked her much more aggressively this time. She was afraid for her life, but luckily the animal just ran off. Doggo saves the day always. Even if it runs off, it saves the day. It always saves the situation. All right, so despite all of these accounts, and even despite the opinion of an expert, Douglas Richardson, regarding the second video, you know, Rosemary's video, the UK Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Food conducted the investigation and concluded it in 1995. The study concluded that there was no verifiable evidence supporting the existence of a large exotic cat population on Bodmin Moor. Which was weird, by the way, because they've got these videos. At least like Rosemary's videos was confirmed to be legitimate. Like, this is a bigger cat. This is not a domestic cat. What are you doing? Why is the ministry saying that? Why is the government saying that, oh, nothing's happening? There is no big cats in the area. And people are like, well, yes, they are. We lost so much, we lost so many of our sheep, so much livestock. We're afraid. We've seen this creature. Why are you not doing anything? You've sent, okay, years ago, you've sent some Royal Marines and you pulled them after 3 days. So it was, you know, it was kind of back to square one. People were just left to fend for themselves because the government was insisting that there is nothing going on and there are no big cats in England that are non-native to the land. Which crazy. That sounds very, very sus. Government cover-up. You're kind of onto something, and I'm gonna talk about it later in the theories. Because it might just be a little bit of a cover-up for another law that was just, you know, they fucked it up somewhere along the way. But we're gonna get there. So despite the government saying that there are no big cats in the area of the moors, the moorland area, new incidents were being reported all the way into early 2000s. In fact, between July 2004 and April 2005, a total of 2,123 big cat sightings were reported. So what is the problem? Was there no more evidence? And everything was immediately just written off as a hoax, or everything was just written off as you didn't actually see anything, you just saw what you wanted to see? What is the government doing? Well, so the reports were definitely treated with much skepticism from the government after this one photo from April 2005 caused a big stir in the media, a big stir in the community, and distrust from the community and especially the media and the government. So there's this picture of what looks like a big cat, big black panther, and it was printed in 2 national tabloids, claiming that the beast was seen in the South Wales. It turns out that this was not a black cat, this was not a black panther, this wasn't the beast of Bodmin Moor. It wasn't even a real animal, but a toy panther. It was a toy, a plush kind of toy of a panther, of a black panther. And the author of this photograph, Norman Evans from, okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. Cumbran, I don't know. It's spelled CWMBRAN. I'm sorry. I apologize. He's from England, but well, he's from Wales. But yeah, how do I freaking pronounce it? Quembran? I apologize. I really apologize that I mispronounced it. Probably I fucked it up. But anyway. So this guy, Norman Evans, took the photo on his digital camera in 2005, and while the photo has already been debunked, Norman actually to this day claims that this photo was not a stuffed animal. He knows what he saw. it was a real panther, and it was like lying down, just digesting, as if like just chilling there. But the experts were, you know, like they disagreed with Norman. They said like, oh, the overall build of this cat is just too thick to be a panther. It also, like, the anatomy is kind of off. The paws are too stiff, too thick also, to kind of like, it looks a little bit inflated to be a panther. So it's not, like they said, like it's not possible. The head is kind of awkward in size, so it couldn't be a panther. But that's the thing. That's the thing. We don't even know what this cat is. Like, we don't even know what the beast of Bodmin Moor is. It might not even be an animal, a species that is known to humanity. So there was another hoax photo, and it was taken in Bodmin Moor. But this time, it turned out to be a cardboard cutout. And I mean, nice try. Nice try. You know what? I appreciate the dedication, but like, holy shit. So this guy, this hoax, well, whatever, like the author of this hoax basically like cut out a sort of, kind of life-size version of a panther, but, you know, from a cardboard. And I mean, it's kind of easy to see that it's not real, because like the tail, especially the tail, like the expert says like, oh, especially the tail, like it looks super stiff. So how is that a panther? Like it's just not how their tail works. But yeah, you know, I mean, I could appreciate the imagination, the artistry behind it, but you know, could have done a better job with the tail. Like failed the tail. Okay, so skeptics argue that many sightings can be attributed to misidentification of common animals such as domestic cats or dogs, and it was just like you know, like as I said, yes, people are easily influenced by sort of like suggestion in their, like, oh, they go out there to see something with intention of seeing something, right? So they see what they want to see. It's kind of similar to the Loch Ness Monster. A lot of people that took pictures and they claimed that they had seen something, it's actually like, oh, they were very impressionable and they already did go to, like, they went to Loch Ness to see the monster, to find the monster. So they were just they interpreted everything, anything weird that they kind of saw, like it could have been a log, it could have been something that, but they, you know, in their mind just played tricks on them and it just interpreted it as the monster. So this could be the same, right? Like, oh, someone saw something like a dog. Well, I mean, someone saw a dog or a cat in the distance, in the woods or something, and their mind just immediately went to this story and created something else. Okay, so there's this, I mean, you know, like there's an example. So this photo is actually like, it's another hoax from Bodmin Moor that made it, this photo made it to the front page news, but scientists obviously like immediately established that the creature was nothing more than a domestic cat, and it was just an illusion, because like kind of like a optical illusion, because the sheep is closer to the lens or closer to the camera, and it just looks like, it just made it seem like, oh, the cat is much bigger than it actually is. So yeah, it's, you know, again, it's a couple of those pictures, like feral pictures that are just not true. So the story started, you know, because of this, like these several hoaxes, the story started to die down slowly, and the public was losing interest until later in July 2005. So in July 2005, a Devon farmer discovered a strange skull on his property, and it definitely did not belong to any of his animals or any local wildlife, as far as, you know, his experienced eye could tell. He passed the skull to the experts for identification, and wouldn't you know it, this skull was identified as that of a puma. And then in 2009, there were 2 more sightings that gained substantial publicity. There was this man by the name Stephen Hall from Hereford, And this is where Hereford is, like, in kind of regards to, you know, like in comparison to, like compared to Exmoor, Bodmin Moor, and Dartmoor, so the area of the moors. Also, Dorothy, thank you so much for the supa. When I first heard of the story, the witness described it less like a panther big cat, but more like a giant house cat big cat. Oh, I see. Yeah, like that's kind of like one of the descriptions. Like, yeah, like I guess like I focused on the ones that described it more like a panther, like it was much bigger. But yes, absolutely. There are those descriptions that say like, oh, I wasn't sure. It looked bigger than the domestic cat, right? Like house cat. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, so there's this man, Stephen Hall, from Hereford, and he was taking a stroll near Newton Crossroads when he saw what looked like a giant cat. And he immediately pulled out his camera and started, oh no, sorry, this is not that, that's the next video. So Stephen Hall like pulled out his camera and started, you know, like recording. I don't have that recording, by the way. I'm sorry, I couldn't find it. So Steven's video, I don't have Steven's video, I have the next video. And he reported that, like, Steven said that the wind was blowing in my direction, so it couldn't sense me, as in the beast. And quote, it was walking across the hedge and then it saw us, because he was walking with, I guess, his wife, and it saw us and sat in the hedge a bit watching, end quote. So while there's a lot of skepticism about like Steven's account, he is also adamant that he can tell the difference between a small cat, a dog, and something much, much bigger. And this was definitely not a house cat. Like in his recollection, this was not a house cat. This was not a, you know, a dog. It was something else. And then that same year, media got a hold of this shocking video of what looks like a black panther roaming the area near train tracks. This is actually a screenshot from that video. I do have the video though, so I'm gonna play the video in a minute. So the author of the video, actually I'm gonna play it now. So the author of the video was a police dog handler. Oh, sorry. Ah! Sorry. Let me play it again. Ah, shit. The scuff is real. Okay, let me play it again. So the author of the video was a police dog handler. While he was off duty, he was taking a walk with a friend when they spotted this panther-sized big cat emerging from the bush and kind of prowling on a railway in Argyll. Helensburgh, Argyll. I don't know, Argyll? I have no idea how to pronounce it, but I'm sorry. But yeah, you can kind of like see it against the train tracks. I don't know if it's like as big as a panther. But yeah, like, I mean, he said that it was big, like it wasn't a domestic cat. It wasn't like just a house cat. But, you know, I mean, that's up for you to decide. You know, the media just blew up with this video saying like, wow, okay, this looks like something unnatural. This doesn't look like a domestic cat. It looks bigger. But, you know, it's up to you guys. That's the video. I don't know. Is it not? It looks a little bigger. Okay, and then there's more. Okay, maybe fine. This one, you know, there's several ones that could have been cats, just normal cats, but there are also several photos that are, you know, it's hard to tell. Like, it looks like something that's not a domestic cat. So there are more sightings and photos. There's this one from 2009, which is near the Queen's Sandringham estate in Norfolk. Then there's this photo of tracks that likely belong to a cat that's bigger, like it's not a domestic cat, or something that is not a domestic cat, which was blamed for multiple deaths of cattle and sheep in Princes Gate in Wales in 2010. Then there's this one called the Essex Lion, a big cat spotted in 2012 near Clacton in Essex. And there was an extensive search, by the way, like for this one, there was an extensive search by police and wildlife experts, but no trace of the animal was ever found. So that's like the strange thing about this, and I will get into it a little bit more, but like, considering that it's 2010s, we already have cameras. We already can track down, like, I don't know, we can tell how many, like, we can actually, like, report the exact number of, like, rhinos left in the world. And yet, this animal, like, you can't find this animal. We can't find this animal. We can't track it down. We have drones, we have technology, and this animal is just still out there. But sure, I don't know. So this is the Essex lion, and nothing was ever found. Like, even though there were multiple extensive searches for this animal. And then there's like another photo of unusually big feline tracks from St. Austell in 2017. And again, despite an extensive search, no animal that matched these tracks was ever found. And then we have another report from 2012 when a local man and his wife were walking near the Bodmin Moor area and spotted something disturbing, a massive amount of dead birds and on the ground, right? So curiosity won and they follow. I don't know why. I don't understand. Why do people do this? Like, you see dead birds. I see dead birds. I think, oh, probably Satan. Let me go home. I'm gonna leave. Also, Baxter, thank you so much for the super. There's more than one. Love your content, by the way. Thank you. You have a new fan. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to your further investigations. There will be a lot. And some crazy stuff. So sit tight. Okay, so again, this couple, right? This couple, like, they see a bunch of, like, dead birds. I don't know about you, but I would think, okay, Satan at work, let me go away. Let me leave this place as soon as possible. Put some distance between me and the powers of hell. I don't know, I'm gonna get cursed. But no, these people were so curious that they followed the trail of dead birds. Because that's totally not how a horror movie starts. That is not how you die. Alone, out in the open, in a creepy area of Bodmin Moor, where there's a beast. I will never understand this. Okay, so again, I follow the dead birds. Absolutely not. To me, it just says, like, it's you could put, like, I don't need a sign Satan at work. I will retreat. I will put some distance, preferably a distance of a continent between me and Satan. A curiosity killed dead birds. Oh god, I would do that, Sona. I would just immediately the other direction. I would not check, but they did. So curiosity won and they followed the trail of dead birds. And as the stench of decomposition got more and more intense, the two soon discovered a pile of what looked like feline fur and bones and feline remains, which the couple said looked like kind of the remains of a big cat, but not really. They weren't sure. So it appeared that while the beast was hunting for the birds and feasting on them, like, it didn't, oh, that's kind of an awkward way to die, but the beast didn't notice the cliff and ended up, like, falling to its death, tumbling down the cliff to its death, and hence the story of the beast of Bodmin Moor ended. No, I'm kidding. We're not over. We're not finished. But yeah, the cat died. That's unfortunate. That's awkward. You know, this is what you get from interfering with Satan's work. R.I.P. Kitty. Yeah, I know. Like, not the best view, but these are the remains of that animal, and it just didn't seem like it was a normal cat. At least, or like it was bigger. Okay, so it appeared that while the beast was hunting for the bird, well, I mean, you know, like sorry, no, where am I lost my oh, I'm such a pro. Okay, so it's important to note that between January 2011 and July 2015, so 2011-2015, officers from the Bodmin Moor area were called to 28 separate cases of the beast sighting, and on at least 4 of them, officers arrived to address the report, but they took no further action to investigate, which I guess they may have determined that the call was a hoax or it wasn't worth their time. Which kind of crazy, like they should have investigated anyway, but sure. So how is it that with, again, so many sightings and videos and pictures and technological advancements, I mean, again, like I mentioned it, but we're now in 2024. We can quite literally like count the number of certain like wild animals, like how many wild animals are, like certain species of wild animals are there out in the world, in the wild. Like we can actually like put a number on it. Like, yeah, like look up how many rhinos are left in the world. You're gonna get an exact number. And yet, you know, wild or not, and yet we're not able to find this big cat on one island in England that it's, you know, it's not supposed to be there with all that, you know, evidence, and we know which area it is in. But yeah, for some reason, like the cat is very elusive. The cat is very hard to catch. But at least there are some theories about where these cats came from, because I assume it's more than one, obviously, like they look different. So there are some theories about where these cats came from and how did they end up in Britain, and you know, how did they end up in the wild, and are they even big cats at all? So one popular theory is that the beast of Bodmin Moor may be an escaped or released exotic big cat, and some suggest that individuals may have kept these animals, you know, the exotic cats, as pets, and then they either escaped or they were set free. BBC has gathered evidence for at least 23 of such illegal releases of big cats into the British wilderness since the Dangerous Animal Act that was passed in 1976. The introduction of this law put a ban on owning exotic animals, including, but not limited to, pumas, panthers, lynxes, caracals, ocelots, and jungle cats. Lots of cats. You know, not wanting to pay hefty fines, but also unable to manage the big cats anymore, you know, as they grew, original owners decided it's better to simply release the cats in secret and move on with their lives like nothing happened, you know, not really considering the risks or damage to the local environment by, you know, releasing this non-native species into the wild, which crazy. There was actually this case of Dartmoor Zoo. Wait, is it? Yeah, Dartmoor Zoo. So Dartmoor Zoo was expecting a delivery of 5 pumas after another zoo in Plymouth closed down in 1978. But instead of sending the big cats to Dartmoor, the owner of Plymouth, Miss Mary Chipperfield, this bitch, so she is believed to have released her favorite breeding pair into the wild, so a pair of cats, a big cat, plus a young male to keep them company. A little, I don't want to make that joke, but a little threesome, like the, you know, female, a male cat, so a pair, and then one more male to spice it up. Very irresponsible, super irresponsible. Like, what the fuck? There are people living there. Like, why would you release this dangerous animal, like a non-native dangerous animal, into this land? But sure, why not? Yeah, so she released like 3. I don't know if they ever found them. Possibly, possibly not. I have no idea. Well, that could be a problem. That could be a big problem. Not holding back, I see fear. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Like, she did go all the way. It's spicing things up for, they're like, she's like, I'm sorry, I can't feed you guys anymore, but here, may I offer you a third to your little, what is pride? I don't know if like big cat, I guess like lions have prides, but yeah, okay. Anyway, moving on, because this is not a good joke. Okay, so the next theory, this is one theory, right? Like wild cats, exotic cats released after the Dangerous Animal Act from 1976. But the problem with this theory is that, okay, there wouldn't be that many of those cats released. Some of them were obviously caught, discovered, you know, as the owners were discovered to have released them. But then panthers, pumas, these kind of cats, like they live maybe between 13 and 16 years old. Like they live up to like 13 or 16 years old. And this was 1976, which means the cats were already grown. So, you know, they would have died pretty quickly. And yet we have sightings in 2017. So I don't know, like maybe there was like a bigger population. Maybe they actually did breed in the wild and somehow survived. They might have, like, if this breeding pair was not caught, because I don't have actual information, maybe they did breed and there was this third one. So who knows how it went from then. Okay. So the next theory suggests that this could, after all, be an animal that uncommon on European continent, and all the reports and videos could have been manipulated or shot in a way that makes it hard to determine the cat's actual size. So supporters of this theory believe that the beast of Bodmin Moor is I'm sorry. Yes. Oh great. My throat just went Let me punish you for bad jokes. Sorry, I have to I have to take a sip of my drink. Hot beverage. I hope you have one. Okay. So supporters of this theory believe that the beast of Bodmin Moor is nothing more than a British or Scottish wildcat. Look at him. Look at him. He's kind of cute. I'm sorry. I chose a cute picture. I should have chosen a more like menacing picture. But this is so cute. And now I want one. I know it's not good because it, like, you know, we shouldn't, but like, look at it. I don't know, it's so cute. Yeah, okay, I should have chosen like a more like scary picture, but I chose kind of like a, I don't know, he looks like he could be named Acoustic Kitty. Oh, look at him. Sorry, Acoustic Kitty. I can see that. Okay, anyway. Okay, so supporters of this theory believe that this beast is actually Scottish wildcat or a British wildcat. That's the name for this species. So, resembling a larger and more robust version of a domestic tabby cat, this Scottish wildcat is a distinct species with various subspecies scattered across Europe and beyond, and it is distinguished by its broad face, prominent body stripes, and a thick, blunt tail, which is adorned also with stripes, and it stands out as a unique feline species. And it kind of resembles, it sort of does resemble some of the videos or pictures. So yeah, like, you know, the shape of it is definitely kind of, it matches. So this wildcat sustains itself by preying on a variety of animals and birds. And it can live in wooded areas and open landscapes, which would make sense. Like the moors are kind of upland, like sort of half wooded areas, half just open landscapes. It is nocturnal, but then again, like it feeds on kind of small mammals and birds. So birds are matching, but then I don't think it would be able to attack and take down a sheep or a cattle or a calf. It's kind of too small for that, so I don't know. So in the early part of the last century, the wildcat's population had dwindled to the northeast Scotland, but recent findings actually revealed that it spread throughout mainland Scotland and particularly north of the Central Belt, and then it spread more. Like there is some evidence that suggests that it actually spread to the mainland, to England, to Wales. There are some reports about those wildcats being there. So, you know, people are kind of believing that, hey, maybe this is the beast of Bodmin Moor. But that doesn't really explain, you know, the videos and pictures of the big black cat roaming the moors, because this cat, it doesn't have that black kind of fur. Like it has, obviously, like you can see that it's kind of brown, it's tabby, but some of the videos showed a huge, like a big black cat, black panther or black leopard. So it doesn't really explain this. And what if it's a different species? What if it's a new species, like an old one, or an old one that's been considered extinct but actually isn't? So cryptozoologists who study and search for animals that are reported to exist but have not been proven have taken an interest in the beast of Bodmin Moor. Some believe that it may represent a surviving population of big cats that were thought to be extinct or undocumented in this region. And proponents of this theory of the theory and the existence of the beast overall, they argue that the remote and rugged terrain of Bodmin Moor provides this ideal habitat for a large cat population to survive and remain hidden. They suggest that the creature has adapted to this environment, and it learned how to pretty much hide from any danger, any human, and it remains like it learned how to be difficult to capture on camera, and you know, that's why we have very scarce video evidence. However, some researchers argue that if the beast were indeed real, its presence could have like major consequences ecologically on the environment, on the local ecosystem. And this includes potential impacts on prey populations and interactions with other wildlife. But again, this theory is not exactly about like, oh, you know, this unknown species that just emerged suddenly. No. It means like this theory actually like argues with that, because they're like, no, we mean that this is a cat that was considered to be extinct, but actually just simply hid away for all this time, and it remains undocumented. And maybe it's like it just created a perfect ecosystem in which it just fits, right? Okay. But again, like with advancements in technology, like I have my doubts because, you know, there's like major advancements in technology, including the widespread use of trail cameras and drones. Well, there is hope that these like modern tools will help capture clear evidence of the beast's existence or existence of this new species or old species that was considered extinct. But so far, surprisingly, we have very little. And then there's the last theory, and let me just go off the rails a little bit. This is the crazy one. So the last theory, a theory which suggests that the beast is not an animal known to humanity, nor is it an animal we thought was extinct. Instead, the beast is a supernatural being. It was for a while considered and called like a phantom cat. So some believe that this is an animal that has the ability to disappear or shapeshift at will. And that's how it managed to avoid being discovered and captured all those years. Werewolves! Catwolves! Werewolf. Is there like a werepanther? Werepanther, that's the word I was looking for. Werepanther. So yes, there are people who actually believe that, hey, maybe this beast is not a beast, an animal at all. Maybe this creature is actually a human. Like they can shapeshift into a human. Maybe they are among us. Maybe werepanthers exist and they were native to this land, or they just, you know, they came to this land. People like werepanther people, and they just hid. And werecats? I guess werecats or werepanthers. Yeah, werecats. I was like werewolf. I mean, we have other similar creatures like cryptids, like the Michigan Dogman. We have the Bigfoot, that is still elusive, and you know, like, yeah, there are some videos, but see, like no one really seen them like up close, and we still have advanced technology. I mean, it's still 2024, so same technology, but somehow these creatures keep running away, keep hiding, and it's very difficult to capture them or capture them on video. So who's to say maybe this one is another one of those. Werepanther. Sona as a werepanther. Interesting. I'm not a werepanther. But yeah, this is actually the depiction of the beast. Like some people see it, like some people believe that it looked, or that it looks. It's kind of like, part of the folk. Like it became part of the folklore of Bodmin Moor, of the Moors. So yeah, some people just kind of exaggerate their like the beast's anatomy like greatly. And yeah, so that's it. That is it. Like we're gonna conclude with this crazy theory. I mean, crazy. I don't know. Like I kind of believe that the beast is actually exotic cat that was like released. Like it's just a population of exotic animals, to me at least. It would like, I mean, obviously not great because they should capture them. It's kind of dangerous for people, but at the same time, I think this theory is the most believable one. Right? Because in 1976, we have that proof that there was this Dangerous Animals Act that just kind of pushed some people to release some of their exotic animals that they didn't want to pay fines for. And somehow the population grew. They managed to survive. They managed to grow in number. And yeah, like the non-native big cat species survived in England. Adapted over the past 50 years. Sorry, I had to pause because when I think 1970s, I still think 30 years ago. Before I go off, what happened? David, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a good day. It's the most lack of logic explanation, but something is still taking out the sheep. Yeah, it's the most lack of logic. Yeah, absolutely. Like Werepanther, you know, some people are like dead set on that. They're like, yeah, these are shapeshifters. There's phantom cat, and you know they disappear and they slash the sheep's throats and hey. Fear. All right, what did we learn? Angry mob. Keep big kitty. Fear no. First dogman and now big cat. Angry mob. Yes. Yes. Also, don't follow a trail of dead birds because that's Satan at work. So you guys learn something from these streams. I hope that I'm teaching you something good. Do not follow a trail of dead birds. You're gonna get possessed. Or you're gonna be unalived because there's something evil going on. You guys learn. You guys listen for once. Stay safe. Stay home. 1970s is about 50-ish years. Oh Jesus, 1970. Oh my God, I'm old. I thought it was I thought it was 30 years ago. Lesson learned: always pet debate. No, what the heck? Why are you guys not listening to me? You guys are the worst. Hey, did I miss the whole stream? Kind of. Yeah, Coral, I'm sorry. Yeah, it actually started an hour ago. But yes, the kitty's just meant to play with the sheep. Sure, the kitty wanted to just play with the sheep. Of course it did. Okay, you guys, let me change the music to something chill. Okay, so also you guys are gonna love this. Remember like a couple of times I had the mocking, kind of like the thumbnails that were rejected. Obviously one thumbnail, the one that made it to the final is this, right? That's the thumbnail that made it to the final. But we have another one. Intan-kun strikes back. The beast of Bodmin Moor. Obviously I couldn't use that. I couldn't use this thumbnail. And lo, the beast of Bodmin Moor. The Mr. Beast of Bodmin Moor. Oh my God. Yeah, they Oh, Intan-kun. Oh, what the hell? Man, YouTube is gonna take me down. The Mr. Beast of Bodmin Moor. That's so messed up. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's a beast. It is a beast indeed. Is that Mr. Beast? Yep, it is. It is just showing the pearly whites. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Also, I just saw Dorothy's another super. Thank you so much, Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed the big kitty stream. I did. Thank you so much for the suggestion. And Mr. Beast would love that. Well, I mean, report it to him. Look at that. Look at that. You can screenshot. I'm gonna give you guys a a chance to screenshot. Screenshot the screenshot, the thumbnail. I can also upload it to my Twitter actually. So yeah, that I gotta maybe, I don't know, maybe tag him in a post or something. No, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe he's gonna be like mad. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for today. That is it. I loved the case. It was a fun case to explore. Definitely something different. I'm glad I could explore like outside of the US, outside of, you know, like, yeah, still Europe, but I would like to explore some more cases. I might actually get into this case from Iceland. Oh wait, was it Iceland or Finland? Jesus. Was it the Reykjavik? Like Reykjavik Confessions? Is that how you pronounce it? Wait, Reykjavik. Yeah. Wait, is it? Wait, Reykjavik. Yeah, it's Iceland. What am I? Wait, is it? Collab. Yeah, it's Iceland. I just gotta, yeah. Buffering, brain buffer, big brain time. And wait, do I have anything else to say? Oh yeah, well, the Valentine's Day print campaign ends on February 28th, so you guys still have time. If you subscribe until February 28th, you will get the print. And what else do I have? Do I have anything else? Also, fun facts with fear. Researchers found that owning a cat, I mean, on theme, we're staying on theme. So researchers found that owning a cat can reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes by nearly a third. So keep calm, don't get a stroke, get a cat instead. And I'm pretty sure if you get a dog, it's gonna decrease the risk of a heart attack by 100%. Actually, you might get a mini heart attack, but that's from like cuteness overload. Because doggos are great. But yeah, get a cat or get a dog. Better get a dog. I think dogs are gonna make you a little bit more I don't know, healthy, happy. They're gonna make you happy. Alright. Cats are gonna make you their servant. So just so you know. Okay, you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for today. I will release another my next schedule sometime tomorrow probably. And stay safe out there. I will have, by the way, we will have a hangout on Patreon. So there is gonna be probably Lethal Company stream here on YouTube, but it's gonna be, I'm gonna have a hangout with my Patreon members, Platinum, Ruby, and Diamond. I will announce it, so you guys will be able to get in the call with me. If you join the Patreon, you know, if you join Patreon for the print, you will be able to join that call. So you will be in the call with me. We will be playing Lethal Company or something else. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but most likely Lethal Company with some mods. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that sometime next week, probably at the weekend. So I would say 24th, 25th, so Saturday, Sunday. That's it. So I'm looking forward to, I don't know why I'm fumbling on my words. Okay. You guys, I shouldn't really slow down because sometimes I try to talk. My brain is working very quickly and my brain is talking much faster than I am. My mouth is not able to catch up. So I have to like slow down sometimes because I really try to, I don't know, like I have like my thoughts are racing and I'm trying to say to keep up with my thoughts. And then I and then I fuck it up. So I have to slow down, take a breath. Sometimes I really like say a sentence. I'm trying to say something and I run out of breath because I'm trying to say it as fast as possible and it just like messes everything up and also and then I can't breathe. But thank you so much, you guys. Subscribe, like, comment. Self-promo. Okay. Fear, will a stream of watching videos of cute doggos and cats happen? I mean, why not? I don't see why not. Maybe I can do one next week. But I do that too, right? Right? This is not only me. This is not you know, a unique situation to me. It's actually a real thing. But yeah, I absolutely, like, I try to talk quickly and then I run out of air. And shit. Sona would need matcha latte after this. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm definitely gonna get one today. Cause I want Starbucks to sponsor me. Starbucks, can you hear me? Please, come on, man. I love your matcha latte, but like only in Asia and Europe. Actually, no, only in Asia for now. I haven't tried in Europe actually. But in the States, I'm sorry, like your matcha latte is not good. Cause you use like sweetened soy milk. Ew, it's too sweet. Maybe, you know, take my advice. But I still love Starbucks. Specifically matcha latte. So I still love it. Sponsor me, please. Okay. You guys, thank you so much for today. That is it. I hope I can do maybe like another true crime stream or something for Patreon sometime soon. Well, I mean, no, next week we're doing the hangout, so there's gonna be a hangout stream. Hey, okay, that is it. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in, for listening to the case. Thank you so much for all the supas. And special thanks to my Patreon members. Let me just read my Patreon member list. Actually, I was going to do that. Let me read. Let me just give a shout out to all of my Patreon members. Colonel Turtle, Tyrant Kitsune, Scholastica, CW, Esau004, IDK Bacon 53, Rudol Ganoodle, Windstorm 555, Ian, Bubak, Hail Mary, Leonovsky, Kanta, Gone Puppy, Christopher McCants, Rune S, Sienna, Anwen, Hopeful Space B-Taco, Bright Slap, Game Leader, Lost Nemesis, Pistol Disco, DMJ 2004, Mr. Ridgway, Anthony Vivenzio, so cool name, cool names, cool usernames. You guys have cool usernames. Silverjack, Chris, I Might, Christopher Holgate, Legato Blue Summers, The John Active, Ketsia, Forgotten Wraith, that's a cool name too. General Grievous, cool name. Eric Verastigi, hi. Hi, thank you so much. Also my mod. Shai, my mod. And Eric and Shai, my mods. Who else? Wait. Silverjack, my mod. Wait, I'm looking for the mods. Gunpuppy, mod. Kanta, mod. Tyrant, mod. Wait, I'm just kind of looking. Okay. And yeah, okay. Forest, Frozen Lion, BDF 13, Rain 649, Lord Spuddington the 16th. Cool name. I love. Okay, I love that username. I have to say, like, I love the name Lord Spuddington the 16th. That's a cool name. Dorothy Morgan, thank you so much. And Count Richmore, another cool name. Count Richmore Moneybags Bobbington the 27th. That's actually the full name. That's a long username, but also cool. And Benito Rodriguez, thank you so much for supporting the channel. So you guys, thank you so much to all of my Patreon members. I hope to see you guys there for our hangout. Yeah, glow sticks for my Patreon members, for my mods too. But yeah, I hope to see you guys there for the hangout. I hope that I can talk to you guys in the call. That would be super exciting if I had like more people on the call. It would be great. But obviously I'm gonna try to do this hangout, like, you know, have this hangout on like at the weekend so that it's kind of easier, like it's more likely that everyone can join. And I'll see you guys next time. So stay safe out there. Always lock your doors and windows, bury your hoaxes. Always keep a hot beverage by your side and a warm blanket because I give you full body chills. And until the next time, bye. And hostage time. No use hiding it. We know you hide your kitty cat ears and tuck in your tail before the stream sauna. Busted. Oh no. Also, the original name of Bank of America was the Bank of Italy, by the way. Yes, I know I ruined it for you. I'm sorry. You're welcome. You will have nightmares about this. But yeah, Bank of America was actually founded in Italy in 1904. So, by an Italian guy, and it was Bank of Italy. So, you're welcome. That's it. Bye. Also, actually, wait, hold up. I have one more fun fact with fear. Did you guys know that Listerine was like invented in 1879 as a surgical antiseptic? And also it was sold as a floor cleaner and as a cure for gonorrhea. You're welcome. And now you're washing your mouth with it. So if you're using Listerine, you are welcome. It used to be a floor cleaner and a surgical antiseptic and also curing gonorrhea. So, hey, bye!